Hey guys, it's Kat. I wanted to talk to you guys a bit about what motivated me to cut all my hair off and my reactions and people's reactions and how I'm feeling about it. Because now I can kind of reflect a little bit and let you guys know how I'm feeling about it. So when I decided to cut all my hair off, it wasn't like as impulsive as people think it was. It was more that the seed had been planted probably like a month or two ago, where like I just felt this thing of like I just want to cut it off. Like I just want to cut it off. And I had been dyeing my hair because I was getting bored with my locks how they were. Cut it a couple times. I've had my locks for 3 years. I've cut it on a couple different occasions, but there was one major cut that I did just to kind of get everything even, and I kind of did sort of a bob thing, and then I dyed my hair. I dyed my hair a bunch of colors. I think I've done green, purple, pink, blue. It's been blonde, obviously. Yeah, I think pretty much all the colors in red. I think the only color I didn't do was like red. But it's just because I didn't like the idea of doing red locks because I just didn't like it. Um, yeah, so I think my hair had been through a bit, my locks had been through a bit, and I had half a mind to just strip my hair again and then try to do a different color, but I just didn't want to take my locks through that. Um, and yeah, I just had this gnawing thing of just wanting to cut my hair off. And the things that were blocking me from doing that, I was a little nervous about if I would look right without hair. Even though I have had short hair before, I mean, to be completely, excuse me, to be completely bald is like a different thing. So I was a little nervous about that. I was nervous about my actual face and how my features might look different without any hair. About beauty standards and about people, reacting to it, because they think no matter what, I mean, obviously it doesn't matter what people think really, but I think as a woman, especially as a black woman, especially considering what beauty standards are, I think you always want to be found attractive and you want to feel accepted. So for me, it was a really heavy decision, even though it was something that I really just said fuck it when I finally decided to just do it. There was also this thing of like feeling feminine. And I feel like because of my sexual orientation, because of my stature, I'm 5'9", I'm not super curvy. I'm fairly curvy. Like I have, I guess, a certain shape. I love my body. And I've never gotten any complaints about it. So, but I think like I had a fear of being too masculine, and I think when it comes to androgyny, I was wondering where I would fit in that space and if I'd be comfortable with that aesthetic. Um, and I think I'm all good right now. I think this not having hair thing is kind of freeing, kind of liberating. I'm grateful for it. Um, and I guess we'll see what comes next. One thing I can say that's really exciting about this is deciding what's going to come after this. If I'm just going to have my head shaved for a while, if I'm going to have locks again. I know that I probably want, because when I envision myself as an older woman, I envision myself with locks. Like I see myself, I see my daughter, and I see myself having locks, like long locks. So I might, go and do that again. I do want to be a loose natural. I do want to experience what it is to have that like big fro. Because I've really never let my hair get too crazy as a loose natural. Like, even when I decided to start my locks the first time I was pregnant, and I was just like, I just want to do this because I just don't want to ever have to deal with my hair in the way that I've had to deal with it as a loose natural, because it can get extremely tiring, especially because the nature of having 4C or any 4 hair, there's this world of being a naturalista with that where you always have to manipulate it even though you're natural. So you're looking for things to define a curl, and it's like, how much can you define 4A through 4C? Like, it is what it is, but I think there's just this world that makes us feel like we have to do more shit to it. We have to do the twist out because we want to look like Tracy Ellis Ross. No shade to her because she's queen. But like, it's just that we want to look like where we feel the pressure to look. And I say we because I see it. When you go on YouTube and you look up twist out tutorials, it's always girls with 3C, 3 something, or, you know, maybe a 4A, but if she's a 4A, it's on a lighter skinned woman. Like, it's never like these things. And only now are you seeing other versions of what being a natural person, a loose natural, looks like. So I say all that to say, like, I don't know where this next thing is going to take me, but wherever it does, it's going to be the path of least resistance as far as what manipulation is. So I think this is a good step for me to take if I do decide to be a loose natural, to like really start from the ground up and really figure out the best ways to take care of my hair. And if I go to do locks again, then I can kind of start the way I want. Because I think when I first did it, I started out with 2-strand twists, but they were just done, like, just me, like, kind of parting with my finger and doing, like, you know, 2-strand twists like that. And I didn't really focus on having a distinct pattern as far as, like, what my parts look like. So I think if I do it again, I'll probably pay more attention to that. I'll probably have a more tedious process of starting them, even though I'm probably not going to go to a loctician because I just don't see the purpose in that. Because I've never had an issue with the health of my locks per se. Although towards the end I was dyeing my hair a lot. Like, I don't know if a loctician, like, I think like if you're not a person that deals with hair, or if you're not a person that's familiar with hair or anything like that, like maybe, you know, that would be the route for you. But for me, like, I've always done my hair. I've never had problems with the health of my hair or anything like that. And I think also my mom has a straighter hair than me, so she never really knew how to take care of my hair, so I kind of had to do it on my own. If I wasn't getting a relaxer anymore, like, I had to take care of that stuff. So that's all I would say. I'm okay with my hair. I'm excited that I did it. I feel and it's not to say that I didn't feel great otherwise, but I feel very liberated, and I feel very like I've come face to face with my aesthetic, and I've come face to face with the things, the features, you know, that I've been able to, you know, use my hair to, and I've hid them with my hair, you know, like, I've hid my cheekbones with having longer hair. Like, I've been able to, like, kind of maneuver and have different looks, and it's like now I feel even more encouraged to be without makeup and to really dig into, like, my most natural, most authentic self. And I think once I'm able to fully sink into that, because I don't think I'm all the way there yet, you know? Right now I have minimal makeup on. I think I filled my eyebrows in, though the eyebrows are filled in a little bit earlier, and I have some loose powder on. So I'm almost there where I can just be, like, completely bare. But yeah, I think this is, like, a good step for me to really embrace myself. And for me to let go of that old energy, because hair does hold energy, man. It holds energy like none other. And that was, like, one of the main things. I felt like such a weight was lifted when I cut my hair. And when I took it, I remember feeling that, like, and it really to the center of my head. I want to look up, like, what that is. Like, what it really is about hair and energy, and, like, what that it really is about. But yeah, I feel liberated. The people closest to me have been super supportive and receptive. Even though my mom's calling me Baldy, she's calling me Baldy. Like, I'm not into that nickname, but yeah, it's been pretty. My boyfriend's been really receptive to it. My daughter, she doesn't really care. You know, she patted my head and was like, "Oh, this is nice, Mom," and that was really it. You know, and yeah, I mean, I think people have been pretty receptive to it as far as, like, you know, sometimes I guess the confirmation or the seconding of, like, feeling like a person thinks that you're just as beautiful as you see yourself. I think that's always very nice. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. I'm going to see how I feel about this in, like, another week. I might be tired of this because I get tired of hair. I don't know how I lasted with locks for 3 years because I usually get really tired of my hair. But yeah, it's been cool. Thank you guys for watching. I probably will do something else to this. Probably my diet or do something eventually, but I'm gonna let it rock out for a while. I think that's it. I think I'm gonna have a black man teach me how to get waves because I kind of want waves. I just want to see what that experience is like. Maybe just, like, get a do-rag. The world is my oyster now.